You ready to let the dogs out?
What?
Do what?
From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Join Pet Pals TV's Patty Spitler as we celebrate our furry friends.
Cats, dogs, and all the critters in your family.
Celebrate the bond between pets and people and meet Hoosier heroes saving four-legged lives.
I love it. Good. I'm glad.
It's the Positively Patty Podcast.
I can't wait anymore. Me neither.
Now, your host, here's Wish TV contributor Patty Spitler.
And coming up today on the Positively Patty podcast, a very, very special edition, important words about ICAN, Indiana Canine Assistant Network, the good that they do, and their Veteran Services Division, and how they help veterans who may need a service dog for one reason or another, or sometimes several reasons. Very important work, very important message, very important that you stay right where you are for the Positively Patty podcast. And now on the Positively Patty podcast, we are honored to have Sean Diamond here, Vice President ICAN, and also started the Veterans Service Division for ICAN. Tell us first off why this is important.
The Veteran Services Division, ICAN's always had the passion to help others, and our veterans that, they come home and they're affected by some disorders that many are invisible, some are visible, and it affects their quality of life negatively. So how can we, as an industry of placing service dogs, assist them in easing into the independence of life and being able to do things that fulfill their life more?
Right. And just as I said earlier, we met a gentleman, Billy Floyd, recently, who, Army, Navy veteran, he told me, and he had some issues, some physical and some mental, and he was very open about it. And the dog even gets him out of the house. He has a service dog in training, Bella, and you've been overseeing this as well, right?
Yes. Deborah Cotton is our terrific training manager for the Veteran Service Division, which is located in Fort Wayne and the 10 counties surrounding that at this moment. We do place service dogs throughout Indiana for other disabilities, other than psychiatric. And, the dogs, we all know that dogs are therapeutic. And one of the things that research tells us is our oxytocin, our dopamine, and our serotonin are raised, which are the happy drugs, when we are around a dog for a little bit. And that enables us to get out. And plus, having a dog, you have to get out and walk them. So there's physical exercise. You have to socialize because people want to talk to you or really the dog. And, they lower the cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone in our brain. And that's very important when you're talking about the veterans that come back and have issues with PTSD or MST and those type of issues, because stress and anxiety raise exponentially when they're in different circumstances or outside their comfort zone, and having a dog can play a part in that therapy in terms of lowering the cortisol and raising the other drugs in your brain. And
it's another being, and you have to worry about that, and it's just, I agree, because I've suffered from severe depression when I had to quit work here at Wish TV, and then I got a dog, and everything happened. All of a sudden, it wasn't Patty. It was like, tell us about your dog. Tell us about what It takes your mind off yourself and puts it on another being. And in the case of a service dog, these dogs are trained, as Billy Floyd was telling me, when he has a seizure. He lets him know. When his blood sugar is too high, the dog lets him know. And it's amazing what they can do. They sense and see and smell all of these things. You just have to train them to let the person know that what's going on, right?
Yeah, they're incredible animals, and if we condition them, through association of saying, when you sense the anxiety, and they sense it way before that individual does, or in mobility, they sense the little shift in losing the balance, they can counterbalance. But with some of the night terrors or anxiety-related PTSD symptoms, they can sense that before and do deep pressure therapy, which can calm, or just come up and be there, which obviously we talked about the drugs, how that helps the drugs in your brain balance out that anxiety, and they can retrieve the medicine from wherever you keep it, refrigerator, drawer, or anything else, bring it to you, retrieve items if you have mobility issues, and do so many different things that can assist in your integration into being able to do the things that you want to do,
Yes.
but don't feel comfortable or the anxiety doesn't allow you to do.
Okay. Now, back to some basics here, though. This doesn't just happen. It takes, 2-3 years at least to train these dogs, and it also costs money. Tell us about that.
It definitely costs money. As ICAN, as a nonprofit organization, we've talked about this. Fundraising is not my strength, but it is a vital part of our organization so that we can provide for all these individuals with disabilities. And
veterans don't pay.
The veterans do not pay in the Psychiatric Services Division, the Veteran Services Division, and we want to give back to them. And it does take 2 years of training. And even then, you may find out the dog, just that partnership, we want the dog's welfare at the top.
Okay.
Which means if the dog's not comfortable being a service dog and going through routine and helping with these in various different situations, which may cause the dog's anxiety, we have to find a different dog. That dog needs to be a pet or go to a different line of work, as we call it. The dog's welfare comes first because that also trickles down and helps the partnership. So it's always assessment, and it is a training process so that we can provide those skills and abilities for that veteran or that other individual with disability needs.
Okay. I like that you said partnership. And again, back to Billy Floyd said that he was a partner with his dog. And he said, too, that people now, he said, you weren't there for the interview, but remember when he said, I didn't used to like people. But he says, I was always looking for the exit. Now, this is a veteran who has some post-traumatic stress disorder. He's got some physical issues, too. But now he says he likes to go out because people want to see the dog. Now, let's say for a service dog, you're not supposed to pet them. They're working. But in this case, Bella really likes everybody, and that helps him. So you have to judge each individual separately, don't you? And each dog separately.
It's definitely client-specific, not just their needs, but how we place dogs into their home environment, their lifestyle, and what they want out of their lifestyle, because a lot of them don't have that yet. And no, you don't pet a service dog unless the individual, the handler lets you, which is fine then. Yeah. And sometimes that individual wants, depending on what they're doing at the time, to let you pet them. Yeah. But we also have to recognize that they need to be focused on their handlers, because what if something occurs at that moment that the dog needs to be aware of and assist with?
Right. The dogs, they're working dogs. They have a job, and that's what they do.
They are. I hate the term working because they love what they do. But I guess some of us love our jobs, right, Patty?
Right.
So,
Sean.
And that is the key. If they don't love it, we are not going to place them as a service dog. Welfare is important.
Well, I think what ICAN does, Indiana Canine Assistant Network, is just incredible. How long have you been around now? It's been a long time.
In different roles. So I've been in full-time staff for 10 and a half years, but I will have 20 years in the organization next week on February 2nd.
And ICAN's been around
22 years.
22 years.
Yes.
Wow. And you've come a long way with them, too.
Many different roles, in terms of parts of the organization. And as we talk about fundraising, don't forget about our puppy love going on right now for Valentine's Day.
Yep.
If you're interested as a volunteer to order a puppy love, if you're interested in applying, icandog.org.
icandog.org. And you have a terrific website, too, that really helps explain if you want to know more about it, want to make a donation, or you want to, I see Samantha Thompson over here, had something to do with the website, but you really help everybody. I'm a big fan, and I've seen the things you can do, and I've seen what it's done for the people and the dogs, too. So it's just a wonderful organization.
Well, Patty, we want to thank you for your support, because you support us, but you also support the whole animal industry in this area, and it is huge. We appreciate it in ICAN, but the shelter and rescue industry too. I mean,
thank you.
It's important.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
It's my heart. It gives me that's my job. I'm a working dog, too. That's me. Okay. Sean Diamond, again, your title is?
Vice President of Programs.
Okay. I appreciate what you do. We appreciate ICAN. And someone wants to get in touch with you or get more information, they go to?
icandog.org.
icandog.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty.
Thank you, Sean. Okay. That's it for the Positively Patty podcast.
Discover more pet-friendly stories at petpalstv.com and stay with Wish TV online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast and discover more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.